Hello, everybody. Hopefully, you guys can hear me out there in La La Land. Welcome to the stream. This is Strife Pro League. This is our tournament. Series 3 is wrapping up. We have the top 6 teams coming together. My name is whilke. Join with me today is my ever good friend, Mantequillas. Mantequillas, how you doing today?
Hey, fantastic! Just excited and to be here casting with you.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you for joining me. I'm just fixing my mic right now, and we will get started. Hopefully everyone can hear me. Manti, give me one more sound check real quick.
Sound check 1 2 3 1 2 3 mix.
That is perfect. So we're actually getting these teams in the lobby. Let me put up who we got going on right now. That should pop up on screen at the moment. We have Too Funk to Dunk up against Papa Please first in this round. So Too Funk to Dunk is our 4th seed into the tournament. Papa Please is our 5th seed in the tournament. This is our first semifinals match that we're going to get going here. And, you know, we'll continue on through the day. If you look down below at the bottom of the screen under schedule, there should be a link that says our schedule, and a link to the brackets will show it up on screen in a moment, just so everyone knows who is up against who and kind of where we're going with the afternoon for today and then for tomorrow when we actually get to the actual finals. All right, let me see if these teams are good to go. And we're going to get this game underway. No delaying if we can. Are you excited for this, Mantequillas?
Hells yeah! As I say, TFTD has been one of the teams that have improved the most, from my point of view. They're phenomenal contenders. They've improved tons. You guys have no idea. Actually, you guys just follow the pro scene, so you probably do have an idea. And also, want to see what Papa brings to the table.
Okay.
Definitely.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. We're just making sure both these teams are ready to draft, and then we will switch it over and show it and see what's going on. All right, so we're going to get this draft underway. And we'll see what they go with here. So this is, so Too Funk to Dunk is, pro team for Series 3. Papa Please is actually the top challenger team, that made it into the Pro Series, made it into the tournament. They were undefeated in the challenger group. So I'm excited to see how well they do against Too Funk to Dunk here. Very strong team. I definitely expect them for this to be a really good match between these teams.
Yeah, definitely. We can see what both sides of the tables have to bring, and also just remember, for those who don't know, Papa has really old names like Fable, Wobby, Reaper, Saiku. All these people were very known in different teams.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, about half of Papa Please was the old Team Supernatural.
That is correct.
Yes. That is correct. All right, we're just waiting for Too Funk to Dunk to sit down, and we're going to start drafting. I'm actually going to pop over to the lobby right now. There we go. We should see it up on screen, and we're going to get ourselves underway here. One slight moment. All right, here we go. Just got the go-ahead. Both teams ready. They're going to start. So, where has the meta been shifting lately, Mantequillas? Has there been any big moves in the last week or two?
Any big moves in the last week or two? I'll see a couple of teams that are actually trying to incorporate a third tank into their lineup. Tanks are pretty strong on Strife. They're trying to bring as much of that as possible without damaging their laning phase, and a couple of teams are actually getting away with it. It's very impressive what they're doing. As much as other exchanges of meta, we have seen that even though Minerva used to counter Rook, is not that the case any longer. Rook still has the upper hand if built properly.
Yep, absolutely. And the bans are already out. We have one ban up with Nikolai, we're starting to see him, banned more and more. Some teams, definitely favor Nikolai. He's very strong, but some teams seem to ignore him. They don't ban him. They don't pick him. And obviously, Bastion coming out with a ban over here on Papa Please's side. What do you think about these bans? Is this going to? I mean, there's a lot more tanky heroes in the pool now, or a couple more tanky heroes in the pool now. So, what we used to see before these last set of heroes came out, where we would see two tank bans, it instantly mean we'd have to have a tank first and second picks happening. But that's not the case anymore.
That's correct. As you can see, they're concerned for the Nikolai. Nikolai repositioning somebody can actually take you away from your tower and put you in a very dangerous spot. It's super dangerous, as we know the power of Bastion. Power of Bastion is peeling, going in, diving. He has everything at the tank needs. And we can see the response right away with a Ray, and then the counter response with a Claudessa and Hale.
Yeah, absolutely. Claudessa, Hale. I mean, strong, right? Hale, very strong hero to pick up, especially with some of the recent changes that have been made to the hero. Some teams, some players are very, very effective with Hale. I'm assuming we're going to see Fable play Hale. I think that's who would normally play Hale over there on Papa Please. We'll see if that's happening. But we see that Harrower come out. Harrower was not banned. He wasn't early picked up. So we see it coming out. So we're definitely going to see Razenkage on Harrower in the bottom lane. Such an annoying hero to have to lane against in that 1v1.
Not even necessarily just leaning against the whole game through the game. As later it goes, you start realizing that Harrower just can get out of hand super quickly. And by I mean super quickly, I just mean like you give him 2 minutes, he's back into the game. And then that's whenever he starts side pushing or coming late into the team fights and just cleaning up the whole house. It's a different kind of annoyance. It's not necessarily an annoyance like Trixie, but it's just there.
Yep, and so we see Carter and Rook. No hard ADC coming out. Obviously, if Featherstone was picked up by two Funk to Dunk, so maybe they felt that they're secure. They can pick one up as a last pick if they want to. Vermilion's still on the board. Blazer's still on the board. So I guess that's what they're thinking there. So we're going to see that Harrower versus Rook lane, I'm guessing, unless Papa Please changes it up on us a little bit here. So last two picks coming out, two Funk to Dunk. What are they going to do?
See. I think that they probably might pick Bo.
Bo? Whoa.
Yes, I actually think that they might pick either Bo or Jinshi here.
I would assume Bo has fallen. Have you noticed Bo's been falling off from competitive pickups ever since, for a while? I think even right before the new heroes are released, you just don't see a lot of Bows being picked up anymore. Now with the new heroes, obviously people are going to pick up Nikolai over Bo, I guess, and Bastion over Bo. But
it's not about the change. It's about how easy you can do a setup. You know that landing a 3+ man Bo ulti is extremely difficult, especially whenever you're against such a good team that is actually competing and has such a great movement and they separate perfectly. It's really, really hard. Now, if you go with Nikolai and you land your Q and you just ulti, you're like, I'm out. It's a way easier. It's a little bit less of a headache.
Sure, and we need last two picks here. Two Funk to Dunk going into overtime. And they're running pretty low. They pick up Jinshi and Bo. What do you think of that? That's so are they going to do a Jinshi Ray lane or they? I'm assuming it's going to be Jinshi Ray, or is it going to be Bo Ray and put Jinshi to protect that Featherstone?
If it was my decision, I will definitely put the Jinshi with the Ray. I will put the Bo on the standard lane with the carry, and then I will let the hardware on the bottom.
Well, we're going to see if your prediction is correct. And Blazer, last picked up. They choose Blazer over Vermilion. We'll see how that works out for them. And we're going to see if both these teams are ready, and we'll jump right on into this game and get it underway. Just waiting on one team to make sure they're ready. One team's good. Just need the other team. What do you think that last pick, Blazer?
Well, it's very dangerous. They're very very squishy on Papa Please side. So what happens here? But at the same time, all right, Carter can retaliate super strong if open on. Blazer can open on your back laners. If you're on the front, then Carter gets you. If you're all the way on the back, then Blazer gets you. Huge AoE from Coldez, a huge amount of AoE from Hell. Rook is just a powerhouse and just can seriously just clean up an entire team if you play properly.
Absolutely, absolutely. Game is underway. About 90 seconds, 60 seconds so from now, we're gonna be going. It's gonna be a fun match here. Do you has Too Funk to Dunk? I haven't been keeping up with teams. Have these teams been screaming it? They've been practicing and they've been preparing themselves for the tournament this weekend. I know I've seen PLS. Senpai, please notice me doing some scrimming. But I haven't been keeping up with some of the other teams. Has Too Funk to Dunk? Have they been practicing? What do you think? What's your
Well,
insight?
as I said, as much as I used to play against Too Fun to Dunk even before when I was Kaizen. They were a good team. They were the reasonable good team. Now they're amazing. The amounts of improvement that they have done is impressive, and I hope I can see them, and then they can display it right here because they put up the work, they put up the time, they watch replays and everything, and you can tell playing against them is serious business.
It is serious business indeed. I agree. I mean, they've been putting a lot of work to Funk to Dunk. They've been around a long time in the competitive atmosphere we have here in Strife, with some roster changes here and there. But for the most part, their core group has been together, and they've been doing really, really well lately.
Yeah, the synergy that they have built over the time is you can definitely tell. The improvements that they have done as a personal players is impressive. I gotta do, as I say, huge shout outs.
Yep, and we are
Also
loading up.
from Papa Please, don't forget that they were from Supernatural, considered the strongest EU team for the longest time. Is what they have done. They brought the old school Bastion Melody and such lanes came actually from the EU scene that they had established.
No, absolutely, and they've been pulling out some interesting strategies lately against their matches in other teams. Like I said, very strong. This is the top challenger team. They went undefeated in the Challenger Series, and definitely earned their spot here today. So now we're going to see how are they going to pair up against some of these other more experienced teams that have obviously half of Papa Please is Supernatural, who kind of went away for a while, haven't been playing Strife as much. So hopefully they're bringing both these teams are bringing their A game today.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, would you do us the honor and tell us who's and who with what bet?
Oh my lord. You want me to do it? All right, let's do this here. From Too Funk to Dunk in the top lane. Cakesour's playing Featherstone. Multitasker playing Bow. All the way down into the mid lane here for Too Funk to Dunk. Rival on Jinshi. Tusser Plop, or better known as Blue Mango, playing Ray. I like how Ray has dies now in the new skin. Even though that's not the new skin, I just wanted to point that out. Razenkage on Harrow in the bot lane. Over here on Papa Please, we have Wubby on Claudessa, Ziku on Blazer in the mid lane, Ripa over here on Hale, Fable on Carter, and in the bot lane going 1v1 against Razenkage. There's yes, better known as Lag. There we on Rook.
Indeed.
Golden Rook, or Orangey Rook.
Hopefully we'll see Rook taking advantage of those early levels. That's whenever he can bully hardware out of the lane, but it's still a very, very dangerous line. Especially because that pincer, the pincer actually does more damage than the Razor heals, so he's also going to take some harassment if he doesn't play it properly.
Oh, and looks like we got a pause coming out here. Mid lane has already gotten up and running, so we do have that Jinshi and Ray in the mid lane. That could be a very, very effective kill lane. If there's both their stuns hits, especially on that Carter, who has to play a little safe here, but it is a Carter. He does have that range. He's definitely capable of making that happen. However, Hale is here. If this Ray gets out of position or in the wrong spot, this Ray's going to be in a lot of trouble.
Resin Cage already is behind. He already used his health pod, and then he's still very low.
Yeah, absolutely. Rook commanding this bottom lane. Well, there's going for the kill. Oh, not going to get the kill. Razenkage using that Predator Strike, getting him just out of range. I don't know if he actually needed to do that or not, but yes, over there, making a ballsy player there with that Razor Juke, almost paying off with an early kill.
Yeah, that's his Lag is a very confident player. He knows his limitations, and he knows when to take advantage of the situations that he is offered.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to have to wait for this Harrower to finish out his Golden Protector. I'm assuming that's what he's building here as his first item, and hopefully he'll be able to get back some of that lane control and get his GPM back up. We did miss First Blood there. Hale did get a kill on the Jinshi, actually. Interesting,
yes,
Jinshi going down.
It went different. Jinshi went for the stone economies, sweeping strikes went, and then after that a quick nuke was made.
Carter going down though. Tops is activated. Rival actually might fall here again, and there's another kill. Papa Please going 2-0 in the mid lane. Carter though got so low. I don't know if that was just a miscommunication between Funk to Dunk, because Ray was way in the background when Jinshi activated that Tops to try and make that kill happen. If Ray was, just a little closer in his positioning, he definitely would have got a kill there.
Yeah, and I don't think that he was capable of he wasn't prepared for the amounts of damage, because that amount of damage went through Ring of Fire, which usually people pick up at level 4. He picked it up at level 3, and that's how he did that amount of damage. Really.
Yep. Yeah, and Ring of Fire, very good skill, especially if people do underestimate the damage that it does when you're just sitting in it. And Rival paid for it there. So we'll see. This mid lane, they're going to have to make some magic happen to kind of get back in this, maybe get some items out. I don't know what Rival's building here. This could be a Dampening Cloak. This could be almost anything, of course. I'm assuming Ray is going for a Mana Ring, would be my guess. But Plop going down there again to that Sweeping Strikes. Rival trying to make something to happen here, but he's got to be careful. Those rockets are very strong, and they might go for another kill. And there it is, 4-0 mid lane, Papa Please. They're doing some work down here. Over 500 GPM, both of them. Funk to Dunk. They need to figure out what they're doing wrong down there.
Yeah, they need to bring up the communication back, because the positioning that they've been having is pretty much what they're giving them the struggle.
Yeah, absolutely. So Razenkage on Harrower, he's definitely under farming tremendously against this Rook, though, but he is level 6. It's going to be hard for Rook, I think, to kill him at this point. As we just saw, Rook kind of went full in on him, or half in on him, used the ult. Deliverance had hit, but he had his ult activated. The Grendel thing was up. It's hard to kill a Harrower.
Yeah, Harrower is one of those heroes that has so much movement, so much versatility, and then after that, whenever he hits level 6, it's just... he gets pretty tanky.
Wooby here taking a lot of damage, though. Going to get his heal off. He's going to be fine. And they're kind of turning this on to Blazer a bit, but not going to happen just yet. And uh-oh, watch out. Here comes Cakesir. In a lot of trouble, though. He's going to bound away. Not going to be enough. Wooby actually going to get the kill on that one. And they're going to turn this on to multitask when they do. And that, again, Papa Please dominating this game right now in almost every lane. We can see Carter was actually roaming there to the top for a gank, but it just wasn't needed.
Yep,
top lane doing fine, all on his own.
We saw the overextension of Featherstone. He was going up and down right at the edge, and then he got tethered into Claude Q. That was just a little bit too greedy.
Yeah, Rip already hitting 6 there, using that Earthquake. Actually hits both in the mid lane. Oh, they're actually going to turn this on to Ray. This was, I don't know if this was just to bully him out for a bit, but... or the miscommunication was there. I'm not sure what that ult was going on. Oh, they're actually going to turn this on to Wubby in the top lane. I don't see Wubby getting out of this. Claudette is going to go down. So there's the first kill for Funk to Dunk. Hopefully that gives them a little bit of confidence to kind of get back in this game. We can actually see Blazer here, though, has Hunter Mode activated. They're going to look for this. They're going to go right here. Oh, nice! Bounder away, or yeah, that was definitely a bounder away to miss that tether shot. Otherwise, that would have been a kill for sure.
Yeah, that was very good reaction of of the unknown right there.
Yeah, it looks like we have Blazer coming back to the top lane. Failed gank. Back to farming. Here we go. So is Razenkage. He has his Golden Protector finish now. How many? He has 4 levels for Feast of Wounds. He should be fine at this point, right, against this Rook? I know Rook has a level up on him. He has power boots already. But at this point, Harrower should be able to farm and get his GPM, back under control.
Yeah, I believe that Rook has something on that is going to be delivered pretty soon here. He's been saving money for quite a bit now, and Razenkage just got his Golden Protector. But Golden Protector should soften up this lane a little bit.
Yeah, we see Carter over here. Fable, not going to go for a gank. Looked like he was in the top lane, maybe trying to find a gank attempt. Multitasker is going to spot him out, though. Multi's got to be very careful here. Bo's in a lot of trouble right now. There goes Imminent Boom. Can Cakeser turn this? No, it's not going to. Actually, Multitasker does get away. They're going to try and turn this on to Featherstone, and they're diving him pretty hard. He is going to go down. Oh, and Bo is in the wrong place at the wrong time. He's going to ult there just to get back into the top lane. Whoopi is going to be fine and get away. But here comes Rival looking for some revenge. I don't know if he's going to find it. There it is. Here comes Rival, still looking for this. He doesn't have any more mana. He's not going to be able to continue on the chase. And Blazer's actually just going to get away.
That was a little bit misfortunate, a little misplay by Multitasker right there. If he would have done that ulti a little bit sooner, it probably would have gotten a kill. Still a little bit sour because even if he would have killed, he would have died.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. So poor Ray over here going for the defense. Rival is back though, so I don't think they're going to get a kill on them. And they're going to be able to hold off on this tower here. However, here's Bo in the top lane versus Claudessa going back and forth. Still, no tower's actually been down yet. We are 8 minutes into this game. Not the most common thing to see when no tower is down almost 10 minutes in to a Strife match. A lot of ganking been going on. Not necessarily a lot of objective pushing yet.
We see the hardware. He's starting to catch up to the GPM of the Rook, and this is where he's gonna start shining.
Yeah, I agree. Like I said, Harrow, he got that Golden Protector finished. He got his 4 levels in Feast of Wounds, which is what he needed to basically stay in this lane against this Rook. And we'll see what happens if Razenkage is going to be able to, take that, slow start in the early game and kind of propel into the mid game, because that's where it's going to be important for them, especially if he can keep this Rook in this lane and not let this Rook start roaming too hard, because their other lanes are definitely suffering at the moment.
Yeah, that's correct. However, remember that TFTD is the one that has a better, per se, a better late lineup. While Papa Please, what they want to do, they want to finish this game as quick as possible. They just want to go down into the team fights whenever they can, and from there on just snowball.
Yep, absolutely. All right, here we go. Back into game. So what does Too Funk to Dunk need to do right now, to kind of get back into this early game? They haven't lost a tower yet. That's good. They got to watch out for those ganks, obviously. But what, do they just need to start? Do they need to be more aggressive in their lanes? What do they need to do?
I would actually like to see what Mango's about to do. He's about to do a gank, but I don't know how successful this will be since he doesn't have jump boots. Maybe he still has a bounder cooldown, so we will be able to see if that goes through. This is gonna give a little bit of a break towards top lane. Now, if this gank goes through, there's still a chance that they will get this top tower. Remember that on Strife, towers are very, very weak, very vulnerable. And from there on, I would like them to see a quick rotation towards Boltier. That's the way that I see it at the moment. Mm-hmm. Now, if we go to the other side of Papa, if Rival gets off position, Fable can just simply ulti him, and they get an easy kill, and then they just can collide all the way on top. And then from top, they can do exactly the same thing that I say, take top tower and take Boltier.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have Fable reconnecting right now, so we'll probably get unpaused here in a second. I'm just kind of going over skill builds for all the heroes at the moment to see if anyone is doing anything out of the ordinary. And for the most part, it looks, at least to me, it looks pretty normal. I don't know if you see anything. All right, here we go. Back in the game, we do see Ray coming up to the top lane, so this is definitely good for them. They can use a gank right now. Can they get Zyku? They get the stun off. Oh, the Death Ray actually misses with that bounder away, but it's okay. Multitasker is turning it back on them, but Zyku on Blazer activates that Hunter's mode and walks away from that gank. That was a big gank attempt by TFTD that definitely failed. 3 ults used. No kills obtained.
A lot of resources. The damage wasn't just properly used, and the fantastic hook from Clodessa, just saving and giving more that extra range for Psycho to escape. That was very good teamwork.
Yep, absolutely. And so back to laning. So they tried to gank. It did not pay off the way they wanted it. So back to farming. They definitely need to get their GPMs up here. Imminent Boom actually used here on to plop Blue Mango in the background. He's going to be fine, but Rival's actually going to have to rocket boots away there as well. Yeah, this Hale Carter lane is very, very deadly. Very deadly.
I would have liked to see Blue Mango actually got his rocket boots a little bit faster. Putting him in the safer spots.
But here we go. We have a gank attempt going on. There goes the stun out. They're definitely going to hold him out. Plop is just going to back off. Oh, there's the nice Razor Juke, but Razenkage guesses it appropriately and finishes him off. Here comes Hale, though. Nope, Hale is not going to make that happen. He's going to be fine. So that was finally a gank attempt that succeeded for TFTD. They just need more and more of that if they want to have a chance in this match.
Yeah, the deliverance of those rocket boots were just in time.
Yep. Here we are.
We can see still the pressure on top. You can see it on the GPM, how they're still being pressured, and the way that Multitasker and Kickstarter is playing.
Yep.
Wobby knows that he's on a higher position, and then he goes for it.
Yeah, absolutely. And Cake's actually activating the ult there on Featherstone. I guess they thought a full engagement was going to happen, but yeah, everyone just kind of backs off. So that's going to be off cooldown again for another 60 seconds or so to go. We'll see if they capitalize off that knowledge. But here's Ray. Ray is being very patient in this bush. He's actually going to spot out Fable, but Fable is very, very strong. He has to, Ray's got to be very careful right now.
Rip is still just farming away. He's gonna be one scary Hale later on.
Oh, I agree. This Hale is gonna be... I think he just finished his Mystic Dagger, and it's being delivered right now. That's gonna be a huge damage spike for him. Actually, Rip is gonna turn this and go in, but plop Blue Mango down there on Ray is gonna rock boots away. That could have been very costly. Oh, plop! One more auto attack. He is gonna be fine. Lives with 30 hit points. Just barely getting away from there. And the bot lane looks like they're just going back and forth. Not much excitement's happening there. Rival, it's up to Rival here to kind of fend off this tower push at the moment. And he's going to be able to do that relatively effectively for the moment. But they got to be careful. Ray has got to get back in that lane. We'll see if Fable's going to try and run a gank in the bottom lane here on this Harrower. But it is Harrower. They have a mine placed right here, so that's given him some decent vision for this gank attempt that's probably coming right now. And he's going to spot it right now, and he's going to be just fine. Or maybe not. So no, he is going to be fine. A lot of ults used there on Harrower, and he is definitely going to live from that. At the same time, are they going to try and go on to Hale? Nope. The static field is not going to hit, and he's going to be just fine. However, they might try and pressure this a little more, or it looks like Rival is heading to the top lane instead, and they're just going to leave Ray to solo the mid lane.
But the communication was there. As you can tell, Wobby and Psycho were just reacting properly. They went into that bush and they saw it coming.
Yep, absolutely. And Rival is still sitting in the jungle. He's looking for somewhere to jump to for a gank. Doesn't look like he's going to find it just yet. And coming back to mid lane, we have Cakes and Multitasker. I think they were thinking about maybe a Baldir, but that probably wouldn't be the best idea. They would definitely lose their tower if they did that. And they're just back to defending.
We see Fable Carter is very, very scary at this moment. We've seen that he pretty much takes Raid like nothing of HP.
Yeah, and they're actually going to go in onto Fable there, but again, that double rocket hitting Ray, and it's scary. So he's going to have to back off. But here comes Blazer. He's looking for a kill. I don't think he's going to find it. He's in. Oh, there he goes. One auto attack, but there goes the rocket boots. He's going to get. No, not going to get away. Fable sniping him out with that rocket. Nicely done there, and they're definitely going to pressure this mid tower now. Let's see if Jinshi is able to make the stop. No, he's actually going to die with that earthquake from Hail. But Razenkage is actually here to defend now. Interesting rotation. They're going to go back in on to Harrower, but I think Harrower is going to be just enough to hold this off, and they're going to turn this on to Ripa. There's one auto attack's not going to be enough. He's going to be fine. Blazer with that tether shot coming out in the defense of his team.
That plus the farm that Hell had allowed him to be tanky enough to survive that.
Yeah, and looks like, at least Featherstone up here in the top lane is just sitting here trying to farm. They're definitely going to need him, in the mid and late game here.
Yep, his presence is going to shine way later on, since he has his stun skin as the first main item.
Yeah, he definitely needs to, start getting some damage items built up here. This mid tower, though, is probably going to fall or not. Here comes Bo just to scare him off. Hunter mode is activated here on Blazer. They might try and look for someone here. It's not going to happen. Just going to get some harass in. If he just find... Oh, no. Featherstone actually going to get hit with that tether shot. He's in a lot of trouble right now. He's going to have to bound our way. He's going to be fine. Oh, Multitasker even having used the ult. Just in a defensive position here. And yeah, this tower is definitely going down very soon. But Ray in the mid lane going to go down again to Hail. Yeah, Papa Please is doing a lot of work here in this match. Razenkage, 1.5 seconds. He's just going to activate the ult. Predator Strike and walk away from Rook. That is the problem when you have Rook versus Harrower. So hard to get a kill on him. But he was able to bully him out of lane for a second here.
Indeed, and as we can tell, once again, Carter just completely nuking Ray and countering those ganks. That was an actual opening from TFTD against Papa Please. But the Carter was just simply able to turn it around in 1 second.
Yep. So, we're having some connection issues, some lag issues. Papa Please is an EU team, and we are playing on a US East server. So I think one of their players is going to do a quick reconnect here, or a restart, and see if that kind of helps them. So we have a pause. It's going to be for a couple minutes, probably.
Yep, we also see on top, as you can tell, top is just barely surviving, but they have been using the resources just completely defensive. They're just hanging in there, and Peppa Please is just bashing that until it breaks. So pretty much right here, I believe that their tower should be going down. TFTD's tower on top should be going down pretty soon here, and there is nothing that TFTD can do about it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's gonna be very tough for TFTD to hold on to this top tower when we get out of this pause here. As you said, they've basically just been playing, on their back foot here, using all of their resources in more of a defensive manner, not able to really secure, any type of aggression or push or kills in this lane. So it's definitely going to hurt them. And at the same time, mid lane, right? Mid lane, they're struggling in the mid lane as well. Their tower is a little healthier, but this can fall just as quickly if they're not careful. So we'll see what happens here. We do have Harrower. Is Harrower going to roam mid here? He's pretty low. I don't know if he has a health pot to activate, or if he's going to go back to the bottom lane to farm. It's going to be interesting. Rook has finished his Crushing Mace, by the way, which is a huge pickup, especially against a Harrower who has that Golden Protector. It basically counters that Golden Protector. And at the same time, Harrower just does not have, the farm necessarily to compete at the moment with this Rook. So, as you can see, he's definitely getting bullied out of lane.
Yeah, as from the very beginning, we knew that it was the battle of the resilient versus the battle of the damage. Right there, it was just two different playstyles, but they counter each other oddly.
Yep, yep, yep.
Um,
Absolutely.
Yep, so right now, we're just waiting, we can also say that uh, TFTD was very lacking on the very very early game on middle lane. I believe that they gave 4 kills
Right, like
before four
real
minutes.
early. Yep.
That is really really hurting them at this point, and I want to see what they're gonna do to try to come back, and I also want to see what's Papel going to do to keep this pressure going on. We haven't seen them go for Boldir. We haven't seen them do any attempts on those kind of objectives. However, they've been extremely successful at the rotations and ganks, and as a matter of fact, they've been extremely successful at counter ganking.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree. Absolutely agree. Yeah, Papa Please is definitely controlling this game. They're in a pretty decent lead. Let's actually take a look at the gold graph at the moment. As we can see, we have about a 6,000 gold lead, and from the beginning, they've just been widening that gold lead since the start of this match. They have about a 6,000 gold lead at the moment, which is pretty big at this point in time. However, we will see what happens here when they get back in. We are just waiting. Looks like we had 2 DCs at the moment. I'm sure they will be back very, very shortly. I know Ripa here on Carter was restarting, but it looks like Lag got DC'd at the same time, so both should be back very soon. Mantequillas. Yeah, I'm just looking to see if there's any interesting item pickups or skill builds going on. And for the most part, everything looks pretty standard. Fable did go with that first item, Sage Circlet. I'm assuming it's the one with the enchantment that is the power amplification. It was at 1.5% increased power or something like that. I could be wrong on the number, but that'd be my guess. I think we've seen Relit on his Carter basically always pick up the very, very same type of Sage Circlet. That's the first place I saw it. I don't know if Relit started that or not, but I definitely see him do that often when he plays Carter.
Whenever it's called the Rel build, probably. But yeah, indeed, the Sage Circle is not commonly used on other heroes. However, it just fits perfectly the playstyle of Carter and how he does it. So it's a very strong early item. So there is absolutely no reason not to get it. We have seen other people going other ways, which they start with more heavily intense mana regen. But we see that this Carter also has his crystalline shift crafted with 2 mana regens and 1 power, which is balancing out for that lack of early mana regen. We have seen his damage. He's capable of dishing that crazy amounts of damage. His position is almost flawless. Is making it really really hard to get open on, and he's been doing counter ganks very successfully. Also,
Yep.
just to mention, Carter he's playing a no way out Carter, so he's gonna be vulnerable on the later game. But for now, he's just getting his job done. If he keeps doing this, there is nothing he needs to worry about later in game.
I agree. So we're still paused here. Still have some DCs. What we're gonna do is we're gonna throw up some music just to keep you guys entertained for a moment. We should be back hopefully within a minute or two, though. So we'll let you know. We'll be back as soon as this pause or we figure out what's going on with the pause. So please hang in there and bear with us.
Fantastic. Let's do this.
Yeah, absolutely. I am very, very excited to see this game continue on. Okay. And
That was my jam.
that was your jammy jams. All right, everyone is back in. looks like we are unpausing, and we're going to continue this game of Strife. Woo! Alright, here we go. Alright, you're going to hear that a whole bunch of times, guys. Oh, only a couple times. They've made it a little better since fixing the bug.
That made you a liar.
Yeah, I know. I know. Alright, so where were we in this game, 36 minutes ago before we had some restarts?
Here, let me do the resume. Papa came up and opened a can of whoopers to finish that pizza with. Seriously, they've been super strong. TFTD is just having a bad game right now. They have bad communication. Hopefully that will come out. But look at the damage done on that Ray. Just from double rocket combo, he's down to 50%.
Yeah, he asked to be able to dodge those rockets. It is a lot of damage otherwise. Yeah, this Carter's going to start getting very scary. Carter and Hale both on the same team. Very strong heroes. That could be a lot of trouble. But they are doing a good job. I mean, they have a Ray. Oh my God, double rockets hit again. Already back down to 50% life. Yeah, Ray has to dodge those rockets.
That was one rocket plus jack attack.
Yep.
He only had one. Imagine if the other one would have hit him. Oh man.
Could have been very, very scary. So, just like we talked about in the top lane, mid lane here is applying so much pressure that there's not much they can do. They actually are rotating. Here we go. We have a 4-man rotation possibly coming out. Featherstone is in position. They're not going in. This was interesting. I don't know what happened with Featherstone here, but they're going to go in. He activates the Stone Skin. It's just enough to save his life. But no, oh wow, look at that. Barely surviving, 40 hit points. Blazer was coming in with that auto attack, but it just was not enough. And he gets the snipe with the Carter. Very nice. And that is the power of Carter. This mid tower is definitely going down. And at the same time, Rival's in a lot of trouble. He's not going to be able to make it out. He is going to fall as well. And I think they're going to continue pressuring this tier 2 mid tower at the moment.
Yep, just as I said, Papa has a very strong early game, and then what they're trying to do is they're trying to don't let that late game come whatsoever, because TFTD has a stronger later game. Ooh!
Yeah, and nice Bo eating those rockets for Ray, because I don't think Ray was getting out of the way of those rockets, and that would have been disastrous. At the same time, we have Razenkage here. Razenkage in the bottom lane, doing a decent job of pushing. He's got to be careful now. It looks like they're going to try and cut him off for a possible gank attempt here, but it is Harrower. However, there are two here, and these guys are very strong. Oh, that tether shot going the wrong way. He does have his stone skin up, so he is very tanky. He is going to get away and be just fine. Bo, on the other hand, is going to have to back off here. Their imminent boom used again.
The damage that he took by the Carter was under stone skin effect.
I know, it was ridiculous.
Yes, that was a lot of damage.
Yeah, this Carter is full damage, by the way. Power boots, he's Shiv, he has a Grimoire already, he has that Sage Circlet with the enchant, I'm going to guess. So much damage if those rockets hit. But here they are, 4 men in the bottom lane, going to try and pressure this tower. I don't know if they're going to be able to get it right now. We have maybe a possible rotation happening here. Hale is going to spot out Featherstone. And it's going to go their separate ways.
This is where the times the team fights are going to start to shine. However, Carter is capable of putting that damage that, they have to play defensive from the very beginning. And not just to say that, Rook is about to finish his Wound Splitter. That is going to be another huge amount of damage.
Yeah, this Papa Please has so much burst potential on their team. And Blazer as well, right? Can burst down somebody very quickly, depending on what items he goes with. Obviously, I think they're running this Blazer as their ADC, which is a good idea for them. But here comes Rival in the background. They're going to go in on Fable. A lot of damage spent. Fable is going to fall, but there goes that Earthquake. Nice placement there. They are under tower, however, but Rook will still get that double kill. And it's still 4 down here. And this tower is half done, and they're going to try and finish it off right now. They have Razenkage and Blue Mango to defend. It's just not going to be enough, though.
Yep. That is the power of potions. Sorry.
Yeah.
That is the power of potions right there.
I mean,
after doing a team fight, you can just simply potion and keep pressuring and doing the damage.
Too Funk to Dunk, had the right idea. They knew that if they're going to go into a team fight, they need to focus down that Carter, and they did. But they also need to focus down that Rook as well.
Yep, this is what they needed to have, that presence from an early game. At least buy enough time where the other team wasn't far enough. But as I say, four kills on the very early level, it's putting them so behind.
Yeah, and so Too Funk to Dunk, they have one tower still standing on their side. Papa Please has 4 towers. No, 5 towers. Top has gotten no damage on it. Mid has no damage on it. I'm sorry, all 6 towers. I'm blind today. Yeah, so definitely objective control in their hand. There goes Ray, though, trying to get that static field off. They are going to continue this on, and they're going to take Blazer out. So that's definitely the type of gank attempts they need to make successful. And they're going to try and keep the pressure here up onto Whoopi. They're going to go. They're going to die for it. But Whoopi's going to use that pet. He's going to bound her away, and they're going to turn that on to Too Funk to Dunk. With Rook there, Featherstone taking a lot of damage. He's going to have to double jump away. And he actually lives, surprisingly. He was very, very low. Not double jumps. He activated that bounder just in time.
I would have actually liked to see them, after getting that kill, try to get the Boldier. This way they actually have to come out of their comfort zone and into your zone right there. But he went for a dive that was just unfortunately unsuccessful.
Yeah, unfortunately, Too Funk to Dunk seems like they're getting a little desperate with some of these team fights to try and make happen. So we have Featherstone in the background, but Featherstone, he needs to finish his item, and Rival's going to take a ton of damage there from those 2 rockets. What is Featherstone finishing here? Is this going to be a Demon Fang?
Yes, I believe so.
So hopefully he gets this Demon Fang finished soon, because this Featherstone, he needs to start getting some damage output for these team fights.
They're just wearing down their mana. As you can tell, they're just going there, poking and everything. And you can see TFTD right now. Their mana pool is going down.
Until that mana ring happens.
And that is a good way to have mana ring.
But here comes Hale. He's looking for an earthquake spot. He doesn't find it. Bo actually gets a one-man ult back, but it is on Claudessa, who heals himself and is still alive. But here comes Rival with the cleanup. They're going to take out Claudessa, but that's it so far. It's a 1-for-2 fight. And yeah, each of these fights, Papa Please is coming out more and more ahead. And yeah, those rockets are dangerous. And they are going to finish off that tower, and they're going to actually finish off Rival here as well. Sticking around just a bit too long under that tower.
For those viewers who don't know, whenever Claudessa uses her ulti, she puts fire from wherever place she moves from. And what happens is, if she uses her ulti like she did, and then pushes us towards her team, the fire follows that trail as well. So it's even a bigger patch of fire that you have to go through.
Yep. The Claudessa. That's why Claudessa is one of the reasons why Claudessa is a very strong pickup in these competitive matches. So Featherstone has finished his Demon Fang. But unfortunately, everyone except for Harrower, they're still farming under 400 GPM. It is not a good spot to be in at the moment. And they're rotating down. It looks like they were just checking on Sindar, and they're going to find the whole team down here. And a fight is happening, but there is Carter putting out the damage. And Jinshi is in a little bit of trouble, taking a lot of damage. He actually activates his ult, gets the heal off very nicely. Multitaskers here. They're going to go in onto Blazer, but Blazer is just kiting around. They're going to take him out. There goes the death ray. Doesn't do too much damage. These guys are very tanky right now. And Whoopi might fall as well. Oh, nice static the stun there coming out from Ray. And they're cleaning up at the moment. In the background, now that's the fight that Too Funk to Dunk needed. The only person to survive here is Carter. I'm sure they would have loved to kill Carter here, but they didn't, and they need to back off here because Carter can pick any one of these guys off at the moment.
And if you watch the goal graph, that is the spike that is starting to just going on onto the favor.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest, though. Papa Please is still in a huge lead. I mean, it's a 12,000 gold lead. It was a 15,000 gold lead. So we'll see if Too Funk to Dunk can keep that up. But that's good. That's showing really nice signs that Too Funk to Dunk is not out of this match. They can still win fights if they play it correctly, or if Papa Please, makes a vital mistake. So if they can just keep that up and keep farming, they can definitely get back in this game. They do have a really nice late game team.
Yep. However, right here, we're starting to see the pushing for Sindara. Sindara is an extremely good objective to have whenever you're winning. As you can tell, they're doing it right now. And
yeah, this is definitely going to be a free Sindara. It's 4-man Sindara attempt here. The team is just not here. They have 3, but they don't want to engage this, it appears, at the moment. They're actually going to back off. They're going to get spotted out in the brush there. They're not going to finish this because at the top, Razenkage was coming in from behind, but Imminent Boom is definitely going to come out. He activates that Stone Skin, reduces that damage. Oh, but here comes Rippa. They're going in on Jinshi. No, Jinshi's going to back out. In the background, though, they are taking out Claudessa, and they're going to keep this up. Can they get a stun? Fable is going to fall as well. Multitasker even using the ult, and they're going to try and clean this up, but there goes that Earthquake. Very nicely done. More of a defensive move. And they're going to have to back off. I think they just lost themselves a Sindara fight.
The Sindara is really low.
Yeah, and Harrower is here. They can easily take this out with Featherstone, Harrower, and the rest of the team. They are giving up the Sindara. You know, they lost 2. They lost the Sindara. Yeah, Too Funk to Dunk are coming back. Look at this. Look at this jump.
They were trying to shut down. The hardware, which is a good thing to do. He kited beautifully, and then after that we see a 4-man stun by Jinshi. Then after that, Blazer follow Jinshi, and then Jinshi escaped by hexing her. And then the back line, it was just doing a lot of work. What Papa should have done, it would be just commit to that Sindara because they had it. They just went back.
Yep, they fell back. I guess they just didn't feel safe, but they pulled off of that Sindara fight. They definitely could have finished it off. But things happen, and that's kind of how it played out. So here is a huge Krytos push coming for Too Funk to Dunk. This is going to be a big fight coming up right now. We'll see what Too Funk to Dunk can do here. Because if they could, obviously there's a bunch of towers up. They just need to get 2 towers. I'm assuming that's what they're hoping for. Is 2 towers, maybe a kill, and they would be very happy.
I believe Claudessa won't have an ulti for this team fight, which is also detrimental.
It's still 30 seconds down, so definitely no, Claudessa ult coming out here. There's 1 tower gone. I don't know if they're actually going to get past this. They want to make this happen. Multitasker getting a 3-man in that ult there in the end there, just barely on the outskirts. Lag is going to fall. No Rook in this fight, but Carter's in the background doing some work. And they're going to have to pull back here because Featherstone is starting to carry this game. Ooh, Rival barely living off of that, but he's going to be fine. And they're going to get another tower here and maybe another kill because here's Featherstone. There they go. Wooby is going to fall. Cake Swords wants more, but they're going to have to back off of this. And no, he's still on this. He is doing a really good job. He's going to get the kill. Wow, quad kill for Featherstone, and I think they just got a generator out of this.
Wow, the turn of events. I don't think they have the gen because Psyche can actually do like one-shot combos. And what happens here is their team fights are super strong. The later that this game goes, as I said, they will become stronger. Papa is also had a lot of damage AoE against them. They got a 3-man ball ulted, and that is detrimental to that team fight.
Yep, I agree. Too Funk to Dunk. I mean, they had a huge uphill battle to climb, and they're climbing it right now. They're definitely, and they're almost to the top of that hill. If we look, they were at a 15,000 gold disadvantage at one point. Now the gold lead in Papa Please's favor is just under 5,000. That's a huge comeback. We'll see if they're able to keep it up. This Featherstone, he is starting to get his items. He's going to start being a beast in these team fights as long as his team can protect him. He has that Zealot's Blade finish now. That's exactly what they needed. The rest of their team is starting to get some items. Wind Rush is out on Bow. Oh, and there Rippa is in a little bit of trouble here. He's actually going to try and turn this. He's going to get the Earthquake off. Cakes is actually going to live there in the background, but there is Wooby looking for some revenge. It's not going to happen. Invulnerable even used. No, Rival is going to fall. But now Razenkage is in the mix here. He has his stone skin up, and he's going to get popped back. He's not going to get the kill. Wow, this is definitely a fight that Mantequillas can win and turn this. There's a double kill. There's going to be a triple kill. Possibly. No, it's not going to be a triple kill, but they turn that fight very, very well. Blazer and Claudette are the only ones to live here. They're going to try and turn this into a gen. I don't know if they can get a generator in time, though. We're going to see.
As I say, there is no B on Strife. Both teams were head on, and they were going for it.
Yeah, and I think they're going to get this generator. They're going to get it very low at the very least. Jinshi here, Rival is up right now. I don't know if he's going to be able to get this in time. No. They're backing off. They want to commit to this, though. And they're going to hexbait him out just to make sure they can finish it. And that's going to be that. So generator down. So back to a huge gold lead in Mantequillas' favor. Back down to about 11,000, 12,000 gold lead. So we'll see what happens here. But yeah, Mantequillas coming back in that team fight strong. We definitely have a game going right now.
Yeah, we've seen a very good place for both teams. Both teams playing their hearts out right here. They know what is at stake. So I'm loving this game right now.
Yeah, Carter has this power conduit now. Let's find Carter on the map here. Let's see. He is 284 power at the moment. That's a pretty scary Carter. Especially for someone like this Ray, who does have a barrier token now, but it's not the same. He's still going to take a huge amount of damage if he gets yak attack and double rockets on him. So we'll see what happens here. Looks like everyone is setting up in the bottom lane here. All 5 are down here, but we only have 3 from Too Funk to Dunk. The rest are rotating. They want to try and push another generator here, or what's going on? Are they just trying to bait out a fight? Or are they just trying to get their lane set right? Because Sindara is going to spawn here in about 15-20 seconds.
They're trying to get map control right here. This move that they're doing for this gen is trying to figure out who's going to come and show up. If there's anything, they can do a deliverance into a free opening and get a kill.
Yep, and so there is Cindy popping down right now, and they're instantly on this. They need the rotation there. Cakes is not here, though. They needed Fetterstone. They're going to get this is huge. They're actually pulling off it again. And we're going to see another huge Sindara fight, it looks like. This could be make or break time for any one of these teams at the moment. So high ground is definitely going to Mantequillas at the moment. They're trying to get around. There's Razenkage. There's Rival in the background. We even had Ray ready to set up for initiation, but... Alright, here comes the scouting by Blazer from the bush here. They're going to see that Razenkage is down here, but they already knew that with the creeps. Oh, there's the initiation. Multitasker is going to get his ult off. He's actually still alive. He's going to fall right there in the end, though. In the background, Razenkage is going to take out one of them, and he's trying for 2. No, but Rival's still around. He's going to miss his stun. He's still here. He has his ult activated. It's going to work. It's going to take out Blazer. But in the end, the only person to live is Ray, and they only kill Blazer and Carter. I mean, that is their main damage, of course, but it does not matter. They have Hale here, or they have Rook here as well for damage. They're easily going to get this Sindara. Yeah, so Mantequillas coming back strong now in these fights.
From here on, please should just play it by the book. Just siege with the monkey, do normal pushings and everything, and they should have this game at this point. What Too Funk to Dunk needs to do right now, they need to do a pickup. Like a pickup before the monkey fight, and that is their only chance at this point.
Absolutely. They definitely need to make a play happen on before this Krydos gets down to this generator, because it's going to be tough. They're already playing behind on gold. They are winning some team fights, effectively. But if it's going to be basically a 6-on-5 with that monkey or with that generator disabled, it's going to be a all out 5-on-5 fight. We'll see what happens, because it's on its way. Are they going to try? I think they were trying to set up around Baldir, and actually Razenkage is going to solo Baldir and then probably get to the bottom lane so that they can defend properly. And that's going to be that. Rival, got to be careful here. He's definitely going to get spotted out. He's taking a lot of damage. His stun misses. He should be fine, though. No, he's not going to be fine. Rival is going to fall. That is not what they wanted to happen before this big fight right now. You cannot be getting caught out.
Even if they use that amount of resources just to get that kill, it's a 4v5 plus they got Congo, Monkey on, so...
So here we go. Krydos on his way. This is definitely a make or break fight. If two Funk to Dunk gets wiped here, this is game for them in this first game of Best of 3 series. So they got to be extremely careful here. And the fight is breaking out. They have Rippa in the background doing his job. Wooby has his ult activated. Nice two-man Earthquake there. And he's actually going to get away. Razenkage is in the background. Cakes has the ult activated, doing as much damage as he can. But that generator is going to fall, and they're still here to push this. 2 are down now with Ray dead. And these guys are so low. I think this might be game 1. I don't know what they can do to stop this at this point. They have to go all in, and it's not going to be enough. GG, well played all around.
Indeed, what a game! Like we saw multiple attempts of comeback, and they were very effective. But we also saw Papa play super strong and saying, you know what, you stay down there, and that's pretty much what they did. It was a very impressive game.